each other. He's a friend from work.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 crossovers in superhero movies and shows.
Well, it's okay, because we're all on the same side, are we?
Because I don't know them.
But you know me. And if you were brought here with all these other heroes, it's probably because we need you. I trust everyone in this room with my life.
For this list, we'll be looking at the times when live-action superhero media crossed over with other superhero media. Some spoilers ahead, so be aware. Number 10, Flash vs. Arrow and The Brave and the Bold, The Flash and Arrow. While not the first crossover between these two shows, these two episodes mark the first of the interconnected franchise's annual crossover events.
Hey, thanks for showing up back there, but I had that.
Uh-huh.
Well, I was getting ready to make my move.
What move? The one to the morgue?
In Flash vs. Arrow, Barry Allen and Oliver Queen butt heads, first over their styles of heroism, and then when Barry is infected with rage.
You need to calm down.
And you need to hold on.
The Brave and the Bold, meanwhile, sees the Flash and his team help Arrow and company take down Captain Boomerang and stop a bomb plot.
You really think there's anywhere in the world you could run we won't find you?
Probably not, which is why I have a contingency in place. 5 bombs.
Although both episodes can be enjoyed separately, the through line between them rewards watching them together, and the burgeoning friendship between Barry and Oliver is great to watch. Number 9, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, and Marvel's Luke Cage, The Defender. A crossover miniseries between every Netflix Marvel show, The Defenders sees Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and Iron Fist collaborate to take on The Hand, a secret criminal organization.
Ooh, who's that?
Bad news. We gotta go. Uh-oh.
Seeing these heroes team up and conflict with each other makes for a great team up, as most of the MCU crossovers tend to feature larger-than-life heroes, so a more street-level crossover is a nice change of pace.
I'm the first to admit when I'm in over my head, and this is way past my threshold.
What are you talking about? Bulletproof, blind ninja, whatever it is you are.
Classy.
Look, I tried being a one-man army and it failed. But this feels like something else is at work here.
Although there are some pacing issues, and the villains could use some more development, The Defenders remains an entertaining crossover we'd defend any day.
Is that elevator the only way out of here?
Yep.
We can't leave. We have to end them.
We got a plan.
Yeah, it involves bombs. You're cool with bombs, right?
Number 8, Thor and Hulk, Thor Ragnarok. Thor's third solo film isn't entirely solo. When the God of Thunder is stranded and captured on Sakaar, he discovers that the Hulk has been living there as Grandmaster's champion.
Oh, Banner, I never thought I would say this, but I'm happy to see you.
Their reunion is exactly as awesome as we'd all hoped, and it's a major highlight of an already wild and hysterical movie. The pair of hot-headed fools engage in an incredible fight and a hilarious heart-to-heart, while Thor's dynamic with Bruce Banner is also great.
But if I'm being honest, when it comes to fighting evil beings, he is very powerful and useful.
Yeah, Banner's powerful and useful too.
Is he though?
Okay, how many PhDs does Hulk have? 0. How many PhDs does Banner have? 7.
As a bonus, Hulk also helps Thor save the people of Asgard at a crucial moment. The sometimes angry Green Giant was the perfect spice to kick Ragnarok up a notch.
You're Banner's friend.
I'm not Banner's friend, I prefer you.
Banner's friend.
I don't even like Banner. I'm into numbers and science and stuff.
Dog go. Hulk stand.
Fine. Stay here.
Number 7, Agent Carter and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Given that both these Marvel shows aired on ABC, there were a few crossover moments between them. Although Agent Peggy Carter herself made a few cameos in Season 2, the biggest crossover between them occurred in the show's final season with the appearance of Daniel Sousa.
Giving me names, how about telling me what group you're with? Nobody has aeronautics like this. Not Langley, definitely not S.H.I.E.L.D.
Our outfit's off the books. You've never heard of it.
Best we keep it that way.
The show's leading man fits right in with the S.H.I.E.L.D. team, whose time-traveling adventures let them bring him along for more adventures.
So the past is doomed to repeat the present. Any idea how Hydra got insight so early?
Got a feeling it's the Chronic comms.
You sure? Or is that just a trout in the milk? Trout in the milk? Is that? Must be old-timey speak.
His man-out-of-time shtick never gets old, and his burgeoning romance with Daisy Johnson/Quake is the ship we didn't know we needed.
But how does that...
Because when people like you run into those walls, you should have someone there to pick you back up.
And you'd like to be that someone?
Not for everyone.
Our only complaint is that Sousa only got to join the crew in the last season. Number 6, Forever Red, Power Rangers Wild Force. Yeah, the Power Rangers are superheroes too. For the franchise's 10th anniversary, this episode features a crossover with a collection of Red Rangers from a variety of seasons.
You guys are all Red Rangers too? What's going on here?
We were all assembled by a veteran ranger, our leader for this mission.
Leader?
All of them team up to take on the Machine Empire, and they fight on the moon. As ridiculous as it is awesome, Forever Red may be opaque to anyone unfamiliar with Power Rangers, but for die-hard fans, it's chock full of references from throughout the franchise, and even some others. Are those big bad Beetleborgs costumes we spy? Regardless, Forever Red is a crossover Power Rangers fans will remember forever. Number 5, Crisis on Earth X, Arrowverse. The Arrowverse loves to come together in a crisis and in a wedding.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Peace is overrated.
However, when the Flash's wedding is crashed by Nazis from another universe, things get crazy. Featuring characters from 4 of the Arrowverse's shows at the time, not to mention cameos, references, and fascist doppelgangers, Crisis on Earth X delivers big time, with massive action sequences and spectacle galore.
I don't answer to the likes of you. My allegiance is to the fatherland and to my wife.
His wife? Gross. No offense.
It also has lasting consequences for the storylines of multiple shows, with multiple couples getting married and a major character death. Although not the biggest crossover the Arrowverse has ever done, Crisis on Earth X still marks quite the occasion. Number 4, The Justice League. Zack Snyder's Justice League. We prefer the Snyder Cut, and so should you. The Justice League is formed to battle Steppenwolf, to avert a dark future.
I have come to enlighten you to the great darkness. I will bathe in your fear.
So many famous heroes appearing together on the big screen alone is pretty great, but this version really went the extra mile in a lot of ways. Not only is the runtime much longer, but there's more development for characters like Cyborg, as well as more crossover cameos that were cut, like Martian Manhunter.
Who are you again?
I've gone by many names and taken many forms. And like you, I've realized I have a stake in this world, and it's time I started fighting for it.
Oh. Well, we can definitely use the help.
Zack Snyder's Justice League may be a little long for some people. 4 hours is a big commitment, but if you have the time, you'll find a splendid superhero crossover. Number 3, 3 live-action Spider-Men, their biggest foes, and Doctor Strange. Spider-Man: No Way Home. Spider-Man crossovers are always a win in our books, and No Way Home swung its way into the all-time greats.
Dude! 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 Dude!
The MCU's Peter Parker's attempts to avoid responsibilities with some ill-advised help from Doctor Strange has some disastrous, albeit awesome consequences when villains from parallel worlds show up.
Where are we?
It's complicated.
A wizard's dungeon.
Wizard's dungeon?
There's no real way to sugarcoat that. It's literally the dungeon of a wizard.
To defeat them, he has to team up with Spider-Man played by Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. The three Peters bounce off each other perfectly. The villains are all fantastic. There are great callbacks, as well as MCU Peter finally learning about responsibility, though at great cost.
You're okay. You're okay.
You just catch my shirt. I'm right here. I'm right here.
Spider-Man No Way Home is amazing, spectacular, and a bunch of other Spidey descriptors. Number 2. Too many MCU heroes to count. Avengers Endgame. The finale to the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Infinity Saga will go down in history as one of the biggest superhero movie crossovers to date.
Hey, new girl. Everybody in this room is about that superhero life.
Not only does it feature the Avengers engaging in a time travel heist to save half the universe, but along with all the callbacks to previous movies, heartfelt emotional moments, and heartbreaking tragedy.
Everyone fails at who they're supposed to be, Thor. The measure of a person, of a hero, is how well they succeed at being who they are.
Endgame also features just about every major character from the MCU at the time, and practically every named hero gets time to shine on screen at some point during that epic final battle. Years later, we still get chills every time we think of what happened when so many Marvel icons assembled.
Avengers!
Assemble.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Crisis on Infinite Earths, Arrowverse, and DC Entertainment. All the Arrowverse heroes teaming up to stop the destruction of reality by the Anti-Monitor is epic enough on its own.
Holy crimson skies of death!
But Crisis on Infinite Earths is stacked to the brim with callbacks, cameos, and references to basically every DC movie and show from the last half century. The DCEU, the 60s Batman series, the 90s Flash TV show, Smallville, Superman Returns, Batman the Animated Series, Super Friends, you name it, they've got it here.
What the hell is this?
I'm asking myself the same question.
Crisis on Infinite Earths matches game-changing, reality-altering stakes with the best superhero fan service ever put on screen. Any fan of the genre is going to find something to love and appreciate with this titanic crossover.
The Age of Heroes was born.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.